Today, we celebrate the inquisitive minds that question the norms of our times, challenge conventions, and boldly push boundaries to discover new possibilities. To truly change the present, let's embody the essence of this moment. Hello, everyone. I am Naomi Desai, and I'll be your host for this elimination round. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all our wonderful innovators to this elimination round of TUP 9.0. So get ready with your ideas for a fierce battle of brains because the winners of today will move forward to our regional finale of the most prestigious B school competition in the country, the Ultimate Pitch Season 9. So let's get started. At Reliance, we are all about embracing fresh ideas and fostering innovation. It's in our DNA, which is subsequently reflected in our each businesses and social initiatives. The ultimate pitch was born out of this exact spirit. It is the platform for curious and innovative minds who want to break away and showcase their next big idea to the world. This is TUP's ninth season, and let me tell you, it has been a journey like none other. We flagged off the competition physically in top 15 B schools across the country. At each of these institutes, we were met with enthralling audiences. The insightful sessions led by our inspiring leaders were overtly captivating. But that was only the beginning. We then reached thousands of you through digital platforms and virtual events, making this contest a pan India celebration of ideas and innovation. Now, with absolute delight, I want to show you all a sneak peek into our campus launches and launch premiere video right here. Oh wow, what a mesmerizing response TUP has had this year. We have over 19,000 registrations, more than 1,500 idea submissions, and we now move into the elimination rounds. We thank you all for making it such a memorable launch. TUP Season 9 definitely kicked off with a bang. Enthusiastic innovators from all over the country registered to battle for the grand prize. Each one of the ideas submitted was unique, ambitious, and had a genuine intent for solving critical real world problems. Our evaluators worked round the clock to make sure that none of the submissions went unnoticed and shortlist those ideas that had an extra edge over the others. Those exceptional teams with the remarkable ideas have qualified for elimination round of this ultimate competition. A big congratulations to the top 90 teams who have made it to the elimination rounds. Kudos to all of you. Let's do a quick rundown of what's expected to happen. I shall be calling out the team names. We will play their 3 minutes video on screen, and then teams will get 3 minutes to pitch their ideas to the jury. This will be followed by a 4 minute quick question and answer session. We request the teams to keep an eye on the timer as well. Also, post each team's presentations, we will have the jury to take a minute to put in their assessments for all the teams individually. You will be judged on 5 parameters. Your idea should be futuristic, practical, scalable, should challenge conventional wisdom, and have a strong business case. Now, for the victors, the national winners get a grand cash prize. We are also pleased to inform you that we have other rewards too. Elimination round winners and runner ups receive rupees 50,000 and rupees 25,000 respectively, along with TUP merchandise. National finalists get mentored by CXOs, entrepreneurs of Reliance owned startups, and all national finalists will be awarded a pre placement interview opportunity with Reliance. So gear up and give it your best. But wait, what's a competition without a jury? We have some of the top minds of Reliance with us today. They will be closely assessing your presentations, evaluating your ideas, and provide their inputs at the end of your presentation. It gives me immense pleasure to announce the jury for this elimination round. The first jury that I'd like to present you all to would be Mr. Suresh Sadhwani, Business Head, Fashion Factory, and Mr. Shalabh Atre, Chief Marketing Officer, Mobility Geo. So let's get started. I would like to call upon the first team, Team C from IIM Calcutta.
Hi. There's a lot of discussion on how fossil fuels are the biggest reason behind the increase in global warming. But did you know, according to a study in the US, plastics are set to increase more greenhouse gases emissions than coal by 2030. The world generates approximately 400 million tons of plastic waste each year, 60% of which ends up in our natural environment or landfills. What if I tell you that a cactus can be the game changer? Yes, I'm talking about the desert king. One single cactus plant can produce approximately 500 plastic plates over its lifetime. India is uniquely positioned to leverage this low maintenance, water efficient crop with its existing 1.2 million hectare land available for cactus cultivation. But that's just the tip of the prickly pear. Even an area equivalent to a car parking space can produce over 25,000 biodegradable plastic plates. We at BioCacti have a sustainable, scalable, socially responsible solution to make this possible. We aim to produce biodegradable plastics used in packaging and waste utensils in the industry, which has a market value of $25 billion. Let me tell you how. Our journey starts with sourcing cactus via local farmers and growing some ourselves. Since cacti thrive in hot regions, solar power becomes a natural and sustainable choice, minimizing our carbon footprint and maximizing our impact. Our innovative electrospinning technology process transforms cactus pulp into incredibly thin, strong, and fully biodegradable fibers. These remarkable fibers are then meticulously crafted into various bioplastic products. We aim to sell these products to wholesalers in plastic packaging and plastic utensils industry. Even the byproduct of the process can be sold as fodder. Right now, cactus-based bioplastics industry is a huge white space, like an uncharted island waiting to be explored. We need an initial investment of 50 lakhs to buy machinery and equipment and hit the ground running. We plan to expand the usage of cactus pulp by exploring its potential in medical technology and agriculture. So I leave you with this fact. One single unit of bioplastic emits 50 to 70% less greenhouse gas than normal plastic. So choose a future where cacti becomes the hero for cleaner, greener India. Thank you.
Hi, we are BioCacti. When was the last time you ordered from Zomato or Swiggy? Have you wondered what happens to the plastic packaging of the food? In India, where 3,000 landfills are overburdened, that single plastic packaging sticks around for 1,000 years. Every year, loads of plastic materials, around 1 lakh, ends up inside us. Crazy, right? Bits of microplastics were even found in unborn babies. So, how do we address this plastic crisis? Well, the immediate solution is to recycle, but unfortunately, only 30% of the massive 3.4 million metric tons of plastic waste gets recycled. But there's hope, a sustainable alternative, which is bioplastics. Existing bioplastics firms utilize materials like starch, banana fibers, and wheat bran, but face challenges with durability and supply. We have a solution. Bioplastics derived from desert king, cactus. Cactus, with its minimal water needs, pest resistance, and rapid growth, is tailor made for the Indian landscape, especially in Gujarat and Rajasthan. Moreover, it's a natural carbon sequester, absorbing approximately 57 grams of CO2 per plant per year. As consumption skyrockets, Particularly in the packaging industry, we are strategically positioned to target India's $430 million plastic packaging and utensil sector by 2025. So our vision is clear: create a pioneering firm leading the charge in plastic bioplastic adoption, forging a circular economy through tech innovation and sustainability. Over to Pooja.
So, how do we achieve this? We start by sourcing cactus fruits from various farms, utilizing an eco friendly process to convert the cactus pulp into bioplastic fibers, and then molding them into diverse products. Our unique value proposition, it is a zero waste supply chain and high utility products. So, our roadmap has three pivotal phases. First, we are going to research and perfect our process. Second, we are going to have a pilot project involving 5,000 cactus plants, then refine it and enhance our model. Third, we are going to scale up, diversify our products, and expand our reach. For this transformative journey, we require an initial investment of 50 lakh rupees, and the potential profits go up to 20 to 25%. And the timing couldn't be better. With government ban on single-use plastic and a shift in consumer preferences towards sustainability, bioplastics are gaining traction. And amidst growing and fluctuating oil prices, bioplastics offer an attractive alternative. The impact of cactus based bioplastics is astounding. 1 kg of this material can reduce around 2.5 kg of CO2 emissions. Not only that, but it also empowers rural and blue collar economies. So, invest in this prickly pear of innovation and let's together sculpt a greener, brighter future for India and the world. Thank you so much.
Hi, Team C. I think very interesting. This Suresh Sadhwani here. It's very interesting that.
Great. Do we ask you questions now or?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead, Salam.
Wonderful. So thanks a lot, guys. Great to see your passions. So uh, one of the questions I had was that to make an idea like this work at scale, who are going to be your key stakeholders? And if you had to just tell them in two sentences why they should go for this elevator pitch, what would it be?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the second half of the question?
Yeah. So the second half of the question is that what would be your two-line elevator pitch?
All right. So, firstly, our key stakeholders would be the farmers that we'll be contacting to procure the raw materials and the end goals, that is the consumer. So, we are targeting B2B right now, the businesses who would be requiring plastic. Say, for example, an Air India who requires the plastic to the plastic used to cover their sandwiches. Our elevator pitch is that what is the solution for plastic right now? It is majorly focused on recycling. And when I talk about recycling, that means that we are still going to be producing a material that takes more than 1,000 years to decompose. So when I'm talking about single use plastics, the solution cannot be just to recycle. The solution needs to be to eliminate such a product altogether. That's where we come in. And when we talk about bioplastics, there are multiple, materials naturally available by which you can make those plastics. But all of them have certain drawbacks, and they require a lot of resources from the environment. Now, we were thinking of how to minimize all the resources that can be, used, and then get something that gives the same utility. And hence, cactus is the end natural product that we found that can be helpful and scalable.
All right. Thank you.
So, I just wanted to know. So, what advantage would this bioplastic have over others in terms of recycling? How is it better than the other bioplastics?
Yeah, so I can go ahead. So existing firms like NV Green, Ecolife, they are already producing bioplastics, but the raw material that they are using is based on cornstarch or wheat bran or banana fibers. The issue with each of these raw materials is that banana fibers have low durability and wheat bran has low availability. Plus, additional issue is that when you use wheat bran for plastics, so they can trigger an allergic reactions when they are mixed with the actual food. And cornstarch based bioplastics, which bioplasto bag is producing, is unsuitable for the packaging of liquids. So these are what existing companies are doing, but they have certain disadvantages on the raw material that they are using.
Understood. Thank you.
No other questions from my side, guys.
Same here.
Great. In that case, that was definitely a very insightful presentation, guys. So we would like to invite the next team on the platform. That is Eureka Squad from IIM Vishakhapatnam.
Global warming due to mobility is the world's most pressing problem right now, and there is a big necessity for environment friendly and long lasting options to the general public. Currently, the general public lacks information and resources to make environment preferable transportation options, and there is a complete absence of a wholesome platform towards it.
The solution which we propose for a given problem is GMOB, which is Mobility as a Service platform, which is designed to facilitate greener mobility options. The core problem which we are trying to address here is a lack of holistic solution in the way of transitioning to the sustainable, more sustainable mobility options. Our platform is based on community engagement, which is mainly designed to acquire customers. So this includes comprehensive information which is available to customers, and also other options which are carpooling facilities, residential infrastructure, charging infrastructure facilities, which are a major concern for EV owners in India, and also public transport schedules with car parking availability status, and also green mobility solutions.
When it comes to the business model, the total addressable market for ride-hailing services in India as of 2023 is approximately $6.3 billion. And how GMOB is going to get its revenue? It's going to get its revenue in two different ways. One is through its transaction, and other one is through its ad revenue. When it comes to transaction, two types of transaction could happen in the platform. One is the carpooling transaction, and other one is the charging rental transaction. And as of 2023, approximately 245 million users are using the online ride-hailing services. And as per the recent survey, approximately 70% are willing to adopt to the e-mobility platforms and e-transport facilities. So doing the calculation, our total addressable market will be approximately 170 million users. And we are planning, if everything works out, the total number of users will be onboarded within the 3 years of our operation will be approximately 1 million users. And the total projected revenue for the 3 years is $21 million.
Yeah, so more about the product. I'll just brief you about the UI UX. So you can configure your profile in terms of your travel and your location. You can know your daily emissions. You can compare your daily emissions with your friends and family. And then you can check your journey details as well in terms of what other modes of transport is available. So this is in terms of UI UX. And in terms of implementation, we're trying to implement similar to how Zomato did. So we'll try to build the community first, and then we'll also try to bring in our in-house services. So that will be the implementation. Yeah.
Hello, panelists. With the urgent global issue of conventional mobility impacting pollution and global warming, public awareness is growing, with 25% favoring public transport, 27% embracing fuel efficient driving, and 14% choosing a car free lifestyle. The Indian government supports sustainability through various initiatives like National Electric Mobility Mission Plan, and Smart Cities Mission. However, individuals like all of us lack vital information for eco-friendly choices, losing the chance for collective impact.
Introducing GMOB, a revolutionary mobility as a service platform. We tackle the environmental mobility crisis by providing a one-stop solution for green travel. Access green mobility spots, chargers, schedules, parking, and carpooling effortlessly. Let's make sustainable commuting easy with GMOB.
So I'll just tell you how does it work in real time. So here we can see three stakeholders: car owner, traveler, and EV charge renter. Everyone logs into the platform. Car owner mentions he's active for carpooling. Traveler is searching for an e-ride. So both get a notification and then they can travel together. And if in case they're searching for an EV charge renter, the EV charge renter mentions he's available for renting. and if in case they are in the same location, they get a notification, and that is how it is done. So how do we earn? We earn from the carpooling transactions. We get a pay cut. We get from the subscription plans for the home charge facility renters, and we have in-app advertisements where you can see from the mock UI below where we have spaces for advertisements. From here, we get floating banner ads that will be our advertisement spaces, and commission from types where we have reward points given to users. So we get once the repaid, we get commission from the service centers. So these are the features, and then yeah. So we have few gamification elements as well, where you can compare your carbon footprint. You can know your daily emissions, and for a particular route, you can configure your route in terms of green travel alone. So that is a gamification elements.
Yeah. So what's in it for Gmob users? So when it comes to EV owners, they have the option to provide carpooling services to the general public, and they could earn rewards. With that rewards, they could redeem the services which was provided by our partners like car maintenance, car wash, and battery maintenance, etc. When it comes to the commuter, they have the option to avail for carpooling services, and they also will be having the access to the green commute options which was available in our platform. And when it comes to the charge facility owners, they have the option to monetize their home charging facility by renting it out to the general public. As per our research, our total TAM, I mean, our TAM turns out to be 170 million users as of 2023. And as per our projections, we will be achieving the break even at the year 4 by acquiring total customers of almost 1 million. And we'll be by generating a total revenue of 8.3 million US dollars. When it comes to the future scope of the business, we can launch our own EV fleet, and we can also scale up the business model to marketplace model where we'll be focusing only on the sustainable products. And also we could launch our own charging infrastructure to the general public, so that we could expand our business and we could earn our revenue. Yeah, that's it from us. Thank you.
So thanks, guys. Very interesting. One question: how are you going to make this happen? So, good idea. How are you going to make sure it sees the light of the day?
Yes, sir. Our my teammates said, like we'll be starting with the community only. So as it's similar to the Zomato model, how they have developed the business. So the start is building a community. How we are going to build the community by providing the to the information like the charging facility and all those things. We'll be building our community. That's the first initial phase.
Okay.
From
Understood.
there, we could scale up. Yeah.
So as you mentioned, the scalability part of it. So in the future, you're saying EV fleet is what you're looking at. How is it different from what the current cab aggregators are already doing it, and what will your uniqueness would be in that?
Actually, it's not. I mean, it's not the current plan, sir. Like, but based on the business performance, we can divert our business to owning our own EV fleet. That's the point, actually.
And if the EV owners today are so much limited, what is the how are you looking at to scale, and by when do you think there will be enough EV owners to the mix of the whole car, and when do you think we'll reach to a scalable thing?
Yeah, sir.
Sir,
As of
I'll take that up. Yeah, sir, there has been push from the government side also because of plans like smart cities, and also there has been subsidies given under the FAME India scheme for adopting more manufacturing towards it. So this fleet, how it works is it works by the cutting of charges, sir. If it takes 15 rupees for a fleet from a place nearby to your IT park, so it gets divided by half. So if it takes 15 rupees in auto, that gets covered at 7 rupees itself if you share in a cab. So this is how it works. And this platform on a whole is based on three things. One is community, one is it is EV focused, and it's more focused on a fleet model, sir. So that is how it's going to be scaled. And right now the impact on society also is improving because people are preferring EV options, and we have also shown in our primary research that people are ready to adopt to it, sir.
Thanks to you.
No more questions from my side. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir. Have a
thank you,
good
sir.
day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So while our jury puts in their assessment for the previous two teams that have presented so far, let us have some fun. We'll have an interesting trivia question about Reliance. All you need to do is to try to guess the answer in the comment section. The first person to answer correctly gets our amazing TUP merchandise. So, ready? Here we go. All right. So, Roshni, you have guessed it right. Please reach out to us on our social media handles, or you can write to us at support@unstop.com. Moving on, we are now ready for our next team. I'd like to call upon Kash Roma from IIFT Delhi.
Approximately 3 lakh tons of hair waste are thrown away per year worldwide. In India, almost 95% of the human hair waste generated is thrown away. In urban areas, it often accumulates in large amounts in the solid waste streams and chokes the drainage systems, posing a multifaceted problem. Due to slow degradation, it stays in the dumps, waste streams for long, occupying large volumes of space. Over time, leachate from these dumps increases the nitrogen concentration in the water bodies, causing problems of eutrophication. Burning of human hair or the waste files containing them produces a foul odor and toxic gases such as ammonia, carbonyl sulfides, hydrogen sulfides, and pyridines. In spite of a large economy running around human hair, there has been no systemic thinking about environmentally safe management of human hair waste. The current utilization, even in India, with a very strong hair trade, is only about 1 to 2%. Such a large amount of unused hair presents a significant potential for developing systems which utilize the waste material as a resource. That's where our idea of hair cycling fits in. Presenting to you Kesh Farm, an organic amino acid plus crop booster. The process of decomposition of human hair is completed within a few hours by chemically hydrolyzing it at high temperatures in acid or base solutions. The hydrolyzed solution, which mainly consists of amino acids with some fatty acids and nucleotides, can be used as a liquid fertilizer after neutralization. The hydrolysate from the process can be used and sold as an agricultural nutrient for plant growth. This would reduce the farmer's costs by 30 to 40% and a shift from synthetic fertilizers. These amino acids would help to increase chlorophyll concentration in the plant, leading to a higher degree of photosynthesis, accelerating metabolism, and invigorating crop growth. The idea is based on an in-depth understanding of farmers' requirements, where we found a clear need for high-quality, low-cost organic offering in this space. Thus, in addition to reducing large amounts of hair waste from our ecosystem and landfills, we would also be reducing our dependence on synthetic fertilizers. The waste disposal and management by salons and religious places mostly rely on either auctioning or improper dumping or local burning, leading to the release of harmful gases and other dangerous compounds. Partnerships with the critical stakeholders in the collection process will effectively help us eliminate this waste and convert it into sustainable products, thereby preserving our environment.
Good evening to one and all. Good evening to one and all. When was the last time you visited a salon? And have you ever wondered what happens to all the hair waste? On an average, we visit salons every 1 to 2 months. We also get various hair services which lead to a lot of hair accumulation. Monks, devotees, and mystics visit religious places and get their heads tonsured as a mark of respect. But have you ever wondered where all of this hair goes? The accumulated hair waste is not properly disposed and goes on to clog drains, causing eutrophication, destroying the aquatic ecosystem, and also produces a lot of foul odor, toxic gases, inhalation of which causes multiple problems to all the animate forms. It's only here that we felt the need to address improper disposal of hair with a lucrative opportunity of converting it into an amino acid based crop booster. We studied the entire agrarian economy of India and figured out farmers' pain points and their unending woes of reduced crop yield and vicious loop of getting chemical fertilizers, which harms not only the soil but also their health in the long run. Presenting the first of its kind product, Kesh Farm, which not only manages human hair waste but also reduces the amount of hair waste going to the landfill and, for that matter, to all the drains. We are revolutionizing the way hair waste is treated and repurposed into one of the most breakthrough technologies and getting converted into an amino acid based crop booster come fertilizer, which improves the crop yield by 16 to 18%. If we come to talk about the end-to-end value chain, we will find that there is additional and substantial sustainable value creation at every step. Kesh Farm is different from its chemical counterparts because it's a product of human hair. We term the process hair cycling and utilize the high nitrogen content of hair, which makes up 91% of human hair.
Now that we know that could be the next futuristic revolution in agriculture, we have built a business case around it. We plan to monetize the entire process by direct sales and exports of to fellow agrarian economies, which have not been able to match the population growth with the demand for food. We will connect with cooperative societies and state commodity boards to reach the rural belts of India. We have divided our sales efforts into four buckets categories in a priority order, which would amp up sales and align with our short term strategy of aggressive marketing and advertising. Cage Farm will be the OG product, which makes up for a compelling business case because we are targeting millions of farmers in India who are distress laden at the moment about the quality of crops produced. Our long term strategy is to design a network where religious hotspots, salon partners, logistics providers, farmers, and overseers are connected to each other in a streamlined manner. We envisage other hair products like bio hair mats, which could find their reach in retail, urban B2C segments in the longer run. In conclusion, we would like to say this loud and clear. There have been many revolutions before, but no such revolutions as this one, in which we aim to bring Kesh Kranti to India.
So, thank you guys. Very, very interesting. My question is, in terms of your business case, you said farmer friendly rural societies. Aren't all rural societies farmer friendly? Or
Um,
you meant something else?
no, sir, I'd like to take up this question. I meant by rural societies being farmer friendly, we meant that we'll only target those societies which have like a proper platform for in which like I'm sorry, I'll just
That's okay.
rephrase my sentence. We are targeting those rural societies which uh, kind of encourage farmers to take up more innovative products and they encourage more regulatory and compliance checks regularly. So there are some societies which have stuck to their traditional method of functioning, but there are some who are kind of progressing and taking up as in such products who are actually into selling as in such products which are useful to the farmers as well as they are innovative and progressive in nature.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Uh, I find the idea very interesting for sure. But what would be interesting is to understand how the business model works, uh, because collecting the heads would be one of the biggest challenges. And how do you think that cost will fit into the whole math for it to work sustainably?
Okay, sir. So I'll take up this question. So this, in the short run, what we are planning to do is in Bihar, because Bihar has two mainly hotspots for which the sourcing can be done. One is Gaya, and the other is nearby Bodh Gaya. Why Gaya? Because it has this Pitri Pak. In this Pitri Pak, about 12 to 15 lakh people come and they sponsor the head. Secondly, for both there, why do we do so? Because Buddhist monks come in huge numbers and they also sponsor the hair. So in the first pilot project, we'll be having a lot of hair sourced in from Bihar itself. and then we'll build the product and then sell it in Bihar and UP, the eastern belt.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, if I may add on to this, we have already done a small pilot project at BIT Mesra Ranchi. It's my undergraduate college. So, in one of the research laboratories in the college, we did a pilot project and we sourced the hair from Bodh Gaya and we made a small prototype of the product that we are going to going to produce in the at the mass scale. And we have collaborated with a professor who is into fertilizer technology, who goes by the name of Dr. Sumit Kumar Jana.
Okay. Thank you. No more questions from me.
Thank you, guys.
All right. That was definitely a very interesting presentation, guys. So we're ready for our next team, that is Wintrepreneurs, again from IIFT Delhi.
Greetings. We are the entrepreneurs. Not only are we here to pitch our idea, but a revolution. We present to you our brainchild, alternate eating, healthy alternatives to your regular food. Before we take a deep dive into what alternate eating is all about, it's fairly important to understand what the problems in hand are. We see that there is a meat fiasco. Animal farming contributes to 18% of human produced greenhouse gases, and a lot of diseases are spreading from unsterile meat. We see that there is a lack of fulfilling alternatives for those who are switching to alternate lifestyles. And apart from choice paralysis, we see that one of the biggest problems is that despite having alternatives, there is no platform based aggregation. And this is where we come in. Introducing Alternate Eating, a one stop e commerce platform based solution for all healthy alternatives to traditional eating, snacks, meals, beverages, and condiments. Taking a deep dive into what the market scope is, we need to understand that we are in the middle of a food revolution. New categories of foods are being developed, the market is growing at an exponential pace, and we see that there is a lot of scope in this region. And some of the keywords that we are aiming for are veganism, vegetarianism, alternate lifestyles, and superfoods. It's important to talk about the benefits to brands that we are giving. Selling on a specialized platform, as mentioned before, as opposed to a generic marketplace, provides the following benefits. Brand benefits from economies of scale, provided by branding, advertising, etc. A lot of the revenue earned by us will be moved towards using advertising for the particular products of those brands. Aggregation for local and small scale homegrown brands and providing assistance for the same to provide sustainable packaging, advertising, etc. And most importantly, all of these products benefit from a mutual customer base. Moving on to the benefits to the customers, if we look at it from a B2C perspective, it's the fact that we provide an aggregated one-stop shop and it's certified organic. And from a B2B perspective, we see that restaurants get user-ready products with sales and traction tracking. This is a glance of what the business model canvas is. It is essentially a summary of what we've discussed until now. We strongly believe that what meets the eye meets the heart. And hence, it's very important to look at what alternate eating is going to be like. The main page essentially shows how visual categorization of products provides a very clean user interface to operate with. Moving on, we see that the next section of the mockups shows that the consumer benefits are clearly reflected in the UI as well as the design. We see that it's very easy to compare the products based upon relevant parameters and customer reviews. A very important step towards all of this is the go-to-market plan, and it's only going to work when three essential ideas work in tandem, which is gathering relevant market product and nutrition data to build the backend, opening conversations with brands and partnering with them, and finally, starting customer engagement via promotions, campaigns, and strategic product placement. Every circle here represents individual universes within the food market, and we need to understand that there is no clear aggregator as such. That geographic expansion, increasing product partnerships, and providing brand licensing is going to help us do the same. Apart from this, diversification under alternate eating using alternate wellness for plant-based supplements, alternate clothing for sustainable clothing, and alternate packaging that provides biodegradable packaging are something that we can definitely look into. This was Alternate Eating, and we are the entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Hello. Are we audible?
Yes.
Thank you. So we should begin now. Greetings. We are the entrepreneurs, and we're here to pitch alternate eating. Now, before we even take a deep dive into what alternate eating is all about, it's very important to understand what brought us to the solution in the first place. So, taking a glance at the need gap analysis, we need to understand that there are three key problems. We understand that there are harmful chemicals and pesticides in food, which means that the food that we consume today is highly adulterated.
Secondly, animal farming is a hub for greenhouse gases and viruses, which means that most of the meat that we are consuming is unethically sourced and is unsterile. Apart from this, the absence of an aggregator platform is something that we've looked into. Now, moving on from this, we did our primary research, and there are three key insights that we got. One being alternate lifestyles, the second being data back suggestions, and the third being personalized curation. And although individual solutions for each of our problems exist, what's missing is an individual solution that aggregates all of this into one platform and eases things. Now, when we look at the market scope, the Indian food market is at a whopping $1 billion in 2022, and at a 20.5% CAGR growth rate, it has immense growth opportunities. This is where we introduce Alternate Eating, a one-stop e-commerce platform solution for all healthy alternatives to traditional eating, snacks, meals, beverages, and condiments. Not only are we providing 100% vegetarian and vegan alternatives to meat, it's also certified organic products, free from harmful chemicals, using hydroponic farming, and most importantly, apart from being data backed, it's all locally sourced and ethically sourced. So, what makes us different? We're different because, unlike most players, we don't manufacture or produce products, but we serve as a marketplace. Now, apart from this, the backward integration is also important because it helps the brands on the platform procure relevant products, such as we can provide organic vegetables and organic millets for those brands who are trying to look at producing these on a larger scale. The benefits are there to both the brand and the customer, as shown in the video. The brand positioning was mentioned again, and apart from this, the promotional activities will primarily revolve around targeted promotions, SEO development, influencer marketing, and strategic partnerships. The scaling possibilities revolve around geographic expansion, increasing the product portfolio, and helping brands license their products. Diversification includes moving on to alternate clothing, wellness, and packaging. We can also use the waste materials that are provided from the brands that we collaborate with to come up with alternate packaging sources, all the way from hemp, paper, and naturally existing polymers. Thank you. We are the entrepreneurs.
Okay. Hi. I hope I'm audible.
Did you guys have a question?
Yeah. So we see already some brands already in the market around this. So how will this idea be separate than what's already available? Plant-based meat and all is already available in the market.
So I would like to take up this question. So generally so the brands that are available, there are multiple brands that are available which are catering to multiple products. Like for organic marketplace, we have different sort of organic brands. For plant-based products, we have plant-based brands. These are the different 10 to 20 startups who are catering these needs. But there is not one general common platform for the people who wants to take up the alternating need. Let's suppose I am a person who wants to take veganism, that I want to explore into vegan products, but as well as I'm a conscious user, I want to go into the segment of organic products as well. So there is not one brand which is uh, which is uh, uh, um, which is getting the portfolio of the entire branch. So this is not a brand, this is not a vegan brand, but it's more of a platform where we can evolve, we can let users go through the different sort of products and the brands that are available in vegan segment, in organic segment, in hydroponic segment, and in different sorts of local produce as well.
Sir, adding on to that, I think the concept of alternate eating is it's a e-commerce stop for every brand that is dedicated to this sort of stuff. So you don't have to actually go on Google and research about different products. You can just come to alternate eating, and we will give you everything. We will give you comparative analysis. We will give you data back stats. Everything that that you need regarding your food choices, you will get on alternate eating.
No more questions from my side, guys.
Great. In that case, we will give the juries a minute to put in their assessments. And it's again Reliance trivia time. So here we go again. So, Sagar Verma, you've guessed it correctly. So, you can again reach out to us on our social media platforms or write to us at support@unstop.com. Moving ahead, we are ready for our next team, that is the challengers from IIM Mumbai.
Hello all. We are Team Challenges from IIM Mumbai and we are here to pitch our idea. We all know that agriculture is the backbone of India, but more steps should be taken to empower the farmers. Unfortunately, even today farmers suffer from a lack of negotiating power and diminishing returns for their products, resulting in losses. There are two main problems for farmers. Number one, inefficient supply chain with the presence of more intermediaries, which is reducing the profit. For example, a coconut which costs only rupees 12 is given to the farmer, but it is sold to the consumer for rupees 25 to 35. Number two, lack of information on supply and demand data to farmers where they are not aware of what to grow to yield a good profit based on the market conditions. Let us now look at the pain points from the farmer's point of view. Number one, the everyday or weekly hassle of going to the market for retailers is a challenging task. Number two, the lack of confidence of farmers and bound to sell their products to local distributors. Number three, the lack of access to direct markets and limited access to information and market intelligence due to the low volume that they have. On the other side of distribution, while selling to end consumers in India, a majority, that is 80% of purchases happen through Kirana stores, and the remaining 15% through supermarkets, and 5% is e-commerce, which is booming. And now when coming to our idea, understanding the plight of the farmers and coming from a farming background, we have come up with an idea to empower the farmers. That is, through steps. 1. Buying goods directly from farmers and delivering them to last retailers, that is, Kirana stores, supermarkets, or D2Cs, that is, concerning only bulk orders. By this, there can be only one aggregator between two stakeholders, which will increase the profit of farmers to a very large extent. Step 2. Creating a database to track the supply and demand data for each product over a year will benefit farmers and consumers for a healthy price of product and control inflation. This data will also help farmers to decide what to cultivate and what not to cultivate. And finally, step 3. Provide traceability for all goods to our end consumers to verify the authenticity of quality of products delivered to them. This will also create a psychological wow factor for consumers and stand as a USP for our product. It will also give consumers a sense of connection with farmers. And as a conclusion, this idea has a win-win situation for all stakeholders in the system. Thank you. Yeah. Let's start the presentation. Next slide, please. Let's start by looking at the existing supply chain, where we've seen in the previous video that it is quite inefficient. For example, a coconut that starts at rupees 8 ends up inflating all the way till rupees 35 towards the consumer. To understand that better, we look at the farmers' pain points, which chief among those is the lack of confidence that farmers have, and they repeat the same process of selling it back to distributors. They lack any access to direct markets, information, market intelligence due to the low volumes that they have, and they have inadequate contract farming arrangements as well. And now when we look at the Kirana store's point of view, they are ready to sell, buy directly from the farmers, but there is no proper channel accessibility to connect it towards them, and they have volume constraints and contract management issues as well. And by all this, the key insights that we see is the occurrence of more and more middlemen directly contribute to the reduction of profits for farmers. There's an information asymmetry also that overall contributes to the hindering of farmer empowerment. Next slide. Yeah.
And our proposed business model, we want to establish our own warehouse and distribution center where we purchase it directly from farmers and sell it to the three targeted segments, that is the kirana store, supermarket, and D2C, which concerns only bulk orders. And then to validate that, we have conducted a pilot study where we chose Bangalore as a city, connected with five farmers, and sold it to over 10 kirana stores, where we chose dry coconut and sold 4,000 of it, over 4,000 of it, and made a net profit of 28,600 rupees with a profit margin of 43%. And by all this, we've come to a conclusion that the future potential over here lies in increasing our operatability to 20 plus cities, where our sales will increase by 1.9 crores and our profit will increase by 50 lakhs, launching a digital app for all stakeholders, and obviously include increasing our product portfolio, pan-India presence, which increases our potential annual sales turnover to over 500 crores.
Yeah. So coming to our next part of the idea, we need to create a database for the agriculture production. Here we see a main pain point is farmers are not aware about the supply and demand conditions of the market. For example, there is a frequent price hike in the tomato. It's because of the supply and demand gap. So we plan to create an interactive dashboard where we can track the production and the supply of the all the goods in the state wise and the geographical wise. And coming to the third part of our idea, where we plan to include the traceability from farm to store. Since we are managing end-to-end supply chain, we can easily track our products. For example, Kashmir apple, where the consumer scans the barcode and get to know the quality of the food which he is purchasing by the farmer details. And as a part of our growth plan, we can expand our product portfolio, geographic expansion, direct picking from the farmers, on-spot settlement, credit lending to the farmers by this. And coming to the execution plan, we have generated the idea, we have done the preliminary market research, and we have validated the idea as well. So the future next steps are pending. So this is the dashboard which we plan to create for tracking the supply and demand data.
Okay, Madam, we've seen a lot of companies or apps that have tried doing this B2B from farmer to
Okay.
four, and I've not seen. I don't know a lot. I've not seen have been able to crack it properly. Why do you think you will be different, and why do you think it works? Why do you do it?
Yeah, well, actually, to answer that question, many private firms are trying to do that. But if you see, we as a whole, the idea started with providing the traceability option for the customer. So to provide a better traceability option, we need to establish our own supply chain. That's how the idea got its shape. So the main point is providing the traceability to the customer. So we are trying to buy the products directly from the farmers to and giving back to the customers.
Okay.
No questions from my side, guys. Thank you.
All right, in that case, thank you so much, Team Challengers. That was definitely a great presentation. Moving ahead, I would like to invite Hawk Insights from Vinod Gupta School of Management, IIT Kharagpur.
Greetings from Vinod Gupta School of Management, IIT Kharagpur. We are Team Hawk Insights. I am Gaurav Patil. Imagine a world where investments not only generate profit but also contribute to a sustainable future. Well, that's precisely what Renewable Energy Credit Aggregator is all about, a groundbreaking concept that's reshaping the investment landscape. Envision a cutting edge platform that's dedicated to aggregating and trading REC, that is renewable energy credits, with a particular focus on decentralized renewable energy projects. It's more than just investing in clean energy, it's a movement that empowers individuals to be part of sustainable revolution. Now, that's a fascinating twist. We are not just talking about any renewable projects. We are putting a spotlight on community-based REC. These are small-scale, community-driven initiatives like solar panels on local rooftops and turbines on your neighborhood. By earning REC, these projects not only promote the clean energy but also foster the local sustainability.
Talk about blockchain, the digital backbone ensuring the security and transparency of our operations.
Much like its role in cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology serves as our guardian, guaranteeing that every transaction and credit within our system is tamper-proof and verifiable. It's a digital ledger spread across a network of computers, securing the integrity of each contributions made towards clean energy product. This technology, we are fostering trust and accountability in the realm of renewable energy investment. Now let's shift gear to the inclusivity. Our platform isn't exclusive to a selected few. It's open to everyone. Whether you are an individual, a family, or business, we have designed our system to accommodate micro investments. This means you can contribute small amount towards local clean energy projects, breaking down the barriers to the participation. It's not just about the money, it's about enabling each and every one of us to be active part of the green revolution by making sustainable investments accessible to all. We are empowering a collective movement towards a more environmentally conscious future.
With our idea, we are committed to transparency. Our platform goes beyond mere investment. Investors gain access to detailed information, providing insights into the environmental footprint reduction achieved by their support. This feature allows our users to see the tangible difference they are making in terms of carbon footprint reduction. It's about making sustainability measurable, giving investors a clear and compelling narrative of the positive environmental change they contribute through their support. The users will be able to curate their own mix of investments. User will have the power to select and support specific clean energy projects that align with their values and preferences. It's akin to building a personalized portfolio of environmentally friendly initiatives. This unique feature enhances user engagement as individuals take ownership of their investment choices, fostering a deeper connection with the renewable energy projects they support. Through this, we commit to providing a tailored and empowering investment experience for our users.
Good evening. We are Team Hawk Insights from VG IIT Kharagpur. As seen in the video, the idea that we are proposing is about the REC aggregation. In simple words, REC aggregation is a process of combining RECs from multiple sources into a single larger pool. This pool can then be sold to energy retailers or other buyers. And some of the strategies of the platform would be REC aggregation can make it easier for renewable energy producers to sell their RECs. It can create new investment opportunities for the community. It can be powered by a blockchain platform, which is secure and a transparent way to store and manage data. It can allow individuals to directly own RECs.
These revolutionary platforms provide many opportunities to retail investors. Investors can access RECs less than 1 megawatt through this platform. This will enable micro investments and provide many financial incentives to the investors. This will have a positive impact on the environment, and this aligns with the motive of sustainable futures. Also, this platform promotes circular economy.
Investors can utilize the platform for funding renewable energy projects. The platform provides detailed project information, financial projections, and transparent updates, enabling them to make an informed investment decision. An industrial consumer leverages the REC aggregator platform to purchase the RECs, offsetting their carbon footprint. A renewable energy project owner utilizes the REC aggregator platform to secure funding for a new solar or a non-solar project. The platform serves as a crowdfunding mechanism, connecting project owners with a diverse range of investors. This creates a collaborative ecosystem where investors, industrial consumers, and project owners work together for a sustainable future. This collaboration results in a mutual benefit, with investors receiving returns, industrial consumers achieving carbon neutrality, and project owners gaining essential funding.
Let's walk through the final steps an investor takes to be part of this sustainable journey. As they step onto the platform, registration is seamless. Creating account involves providing personal and financial details, setting up the stage for a green investment journey. Once inside, investor explores the diverse array of renewable energy projects. Locations, energy types, funding goals are laid out for them to make informed choices aligned with their values and investment goals. With projects selected, micro investments follow. Small contributions accumulate, making significant impact on the realization of this sustainable initiative. Security is paramount. That's why we are using blockchain technology. Contribution and renewable energy credits, that is RECs, earn are securely recorded, ensuring transparency and tamper-proof verification of transactions. Investors post investment gain insights onto project progress and environmental impact through intuitive dashboards and reports. It's a real-time connection to the positive outcomes of their support. Then financial incentives may await the investors depending on the platform structure. Imagine enjoying perks like discounted energy rates or dividend based on their engagement and positive impact.
Overall, if you see the opportunities that platform offers are trading opportunity, access to renewable investment, and project financing, along with the financial incentives. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good. Nothing from me.
So, if you had to have a 3-year business plan, what would it look like?
So, sir, for the first year, we will go with the major investors or the major projects which there are, where investors can invest and go to the crowdfunding. For the second year, we are planning to bring along the small investors, where each small individual can set up, or who is able to set up the rooftop solar panels and contribute to the initiative. And once the funding can go and claim through the platform. And by the third year, we are trying to connect all the investors upon all the investor opportunities and the organizations which requires the recs and the generators who generates the recs, so that there can be a seamless transition where the buyer can meet the seller and can take the REC credits.
Understood. Thank you.
Great. So, again, we will give a minute to our jury to put in their assessments, and we will have another question showcased to all of y'all to participate in. Awesome. So, Naveen, Nishant, you've guessed it correctly. Please reach out to us on our social media platforms or at support@unstop.com. Moving ahead, we are now ready for our next team. That is Avinash from IIM Shillong. Guys, can you all start your pitch?
Sorry for the delay. Okay, so hello everyone. We are Team Avinash.pgp23. Do you know there are around 2 billion people in the world who are suffering from micronutrients deficiencies, and India is ranked 111th out of 125 countries in the World Hunger Index. Well, we have got this cool thing called cell cultured meat that could help fix that. Imagine a future where we all have yummy food on our plates without harming the environment or treating animals ways we don't like. That's where cell cultured meat comes in. It's a new way of making meat that's better for our planet and our health. Cell cultured meat is created by taking a small sample of animal cells, such as muscle cells, providing them with suitable environment to grow and multiply. This process is typically done in a controlled setting, like a laboratory. While this technology is still in the early stages of development, it holds a promise as a more sustainable and human alternative to the traditional meat production. However, there are certain challenges in this technology. Firstly, cost of producing 1 pound of chicken costs $16. Secondly, though a common man cannot tell difference in taste and texture between traditional meat and cultured meat, a professional food critic can. Lastly, the consumer perception. This is a the consumer perceive this as an unnatural product.
As as it is very well discussed by Nitesh, cell cultured meat has a long way to go before becoming available to the masses. Initially, we will be providing the meat at a premium pricing, targeting the vegan and the exotic meat markets. The proceeds from the sales will be used for the R&D to bringing down the cost of production. The Indian vegan food market was valued at around $1.3 billion in the year 2022 and is forecasted to grow at a 9% annual growth rate, reaching $2.7 billion by the year 2030. The reasons that we chose vegan market is that the cell cultured meat addresses two major concerns for the vegans. Firstly, it is healthy, and secondly, it is ethical as no animal is killed in the process. Regarding the exotic meat market, although it is scattered, we found out that the global horse meat market is stands at a valuation of around $283 million. Moreover, the cultured meat market has established itself in other parts of the world as well. North America, being the largest market, has the market share of 35%. Asia Pacific is the fastest growing market with a CAGR of 52%, and the global cell cultured meat market stands at a valuation of $179 million presently, with a forecasted growth of 16% CAGR, reaching $515 million by the year 2030.
Now, coming to the solutions. Firstly, the challenge of taste and texture can be solved by giving extra care to the cultured medium using 3D texture printer. Secondly, the consumer perception towards the cultured meat can be changed by increasing awareness towards its benefits. And lastly, the cost of production can be brought down by collaborating with the Indian pharmaceutical and biotech industry, making it available to the masses. Thank you. Hashtag the future of food.
Okay, that's great. Who would be your key stakeholders to bring this idea to life externally? I mean,
So firstly, sir, we will be needing collaboration from the Indian pharmaceutical and the Indian biotechnology industries. Secondly, sir, since we are planning to bring it not as a competitor but the as a collaborator to the traditional meat market as well. So we will also be requiring the help and the collaboration from the traditional meat sellers. Moreover, in the initial stage, as we have discussed, that we will be charging premium prices for the product. So we will also be collaborating with the restaurant chains like Burger King, Absolute Barbecue, Barbecue Nations.
okay, got it. Thanks.
Yes. Uh, is there any questions, sir?
No, all good from my side.
Sorry, I was on mute. So tell me, what work has happened around this cell cultured meat? Any work that you all have done in India or is outside somewhere it's happening, or how is it working?
Uh, Indeed, sir. So it is catching up for so as we have discussed that the at present the cell cultured meat market stands at a valuation of $179 million, with the largest market being in North America. Also, sir, work is done in the Singapore, in other parts of the world as well. For instance, the UK as well. So we will be required, though it is in the nascent stage, but we'll be requiring further researches. And the best part is, because even though COVID was something that should not have happened, but it made the Indian biotech and the Indian pharmaceutical market strong. So we are able to produce everything at a cheaper rate. So it will be beneficial for us if we produce the product in India only, sir.
And adding to Avinash's point, there are currently no producers in India, or there are currently no companies that are supplying their that are procuring their raw materials from India. So their cost of production is too high as compared to if we produce in India, the cost will be low.
So although, sir, the work is done, but the product is expensive as of now, and we have like the developed nations, they are somehow adapting to the cultured meat, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Team Avinash. So moving ahead, we would
Thank
like
you,
to
sir.
invite Team Procrastinators from IIM Ahmedabad.
In the age of endless consumption, the new age consumers are looking for sustainable alternatives in their day-to-day lives. Introducing Zenify, your ultimate companion in the journey towards a sustainable and organized lifestyle. Zenify offers an easy solution for the people who want to reduce the clutter in their homes by providing donation and selling alternatives. A user gets to list their desired item in the application, which goes through an AI-based quality check for further processing. Depending on the item's condition and demand, it can either go for sale, donation, or recycling. Items not sold within 60 days? No worries. Users can opt for recycling or donation and earn valuable reward points for each sustainable choice. They can then use these points for exciting in-app purchases, turning their decluttering journey into a rewarding experience. Users can input details about their items, and let the app generate a personalized ranking within each category: books and stationery, apparels and footwear, electronics and home appliances, and furniture and home decor. Based on the rankings, users can easily identify items to part ways with, making their decluttering process efficient and tailored to their lifestyle. The app also gives the users to join a thriving community of like-minded individuals sharing sustainability and decluttering ideas. They can get ratings and badges for their contributions, earning titles that translate into followers. Connect, inspire, and grow together. Another feature is that the customers also have the opportunity to review the quality of used products sold by sellers, which can positively influence the seller's rating if the review is favorable. Zenify introduces a realm of sustainability intertwined with charitable contributions, welcoming you to a world where giving back matters. Let's Zenify.
Are we ready to begin the pitch, team?
Hi, ma'am. Good evening. I don't see my third team member. I'll just check with her where she's. Just can you just give me 1 minute? My teammate says that she has uploaded the deck and she's already in the meeting, but we don't see her over here. I'm just checking with her.
Hi team. Actually, I think she might have joined the wrong link. Can you please send the current streams link to her? I think she's on the dry run link
All
because
right,
we
sure.
don't see her. Yeah.
Just give me a minute. Are we good to go now? Nani? Team, can you hear us?
Yes, you can start.
All right. Good evening, everyone. We are Team Pro Case Teenagers from IIM Ahmedabad. We are here to pitch our product Zenify, which is which stands by the tagline of embracing sustainability and empowering giving. The problem we chose and the problem which Zenify solves is about people searching for alternative sustainable ways to clear their clutter in their homes instead of throwing away the ever-growing waste in the universe, right? So, according to the World Bank data, so there is around 2.01 billion tons of waste, municipal waste, which gets generated every year in the world. And by 2050, this is expected to grow to around 3.4 billion tons. So the average waste generated per person per day is around 0.74 kilograms, and at least around 33% of this solid waste is not handled safely for the environment. And as you can see the stats, so the waste comprises mostly of food, 44% of food, 17% of paper, 12% of plastic, and 9% of glass, metal, and others. So this ever growing waste, there has to be a way to deal with it, right? And during COVID times, we have seen a lot of thrift stores getting popular on Instagram, and the reason for this is behind the mentality of the Gen Z and the millennials going behind sustainable ways. So properly recycling and getting rid of this waste is the proper way to go about it, but there are also alternative ways. So sure, that old 32-inch TV in your home might not be suitable for you now, but there might be some other family who might be actually wanting it right now. So reusing is the feature which we are talking about here, and instead of disposing the waste by throwing it out, we want to make sure that we increase the life cycle of the product by reusing it. So Zenify works on the same baseline, wherein users can upload and give away their old used products, but it is a bit different from other products in the market, which we'll be discussing in the next slides. And coming to the how the market is right now in the second hand market, so only talking about the apparel market, which is one of our key ideas going forward, it is around $9.7 billion according to various sources, and from about $1.8 billion in 2022, it is about to grow by 2032. And overall market for the global second-hand products, including all categories, is growing with booming 13.6% CAGR, and by 2031, we are expected to go to $1.3 trillion. And if you can see the stats, fashion is leading the second-hand goods market in India, particularly. If you can see, the clothing, shoes, bags, and accessories are those which are leading products, and there are more like furniture, appliances, books, movies, and games as well. As I already mentioned, the main growth driver behind this is the mentality of the Gen Z and millennials to go ahead for the sustainability when they are purchasing their products. So my teammate will further discuss about how the product will work.
Yeah. So here are some of the models for the revenue streams that for the application that we've been talking about. So since it's a mobile app based platform, so our primary revenue stream would be advertisements, at least for the initial years, because in initial years we are not intending to introduce a fee into the platform. So our revenues would be through Google AdSense, and our calculations have been shown here. So we have taken the pessimistic side from Google Ad Calculator, and from that, what we've identified is that on the initial years, our primary revenue would be from advertisement. But as we move on, we are trying to incur more of our revenue from premium features, and some of these premium features are personalized decluttering options that we provide for a user, and this is AA enabled. So once you scan the wardrobe, it would provide you suggestions regarding what kind of products that you can discard from your wardrobe. And similarly, we will be obtaining revenues from featured posts as well. So in case you have to feature your posts on the top of the platform, we can charge a nominal fee, and we can obtain revenues from that as well. But the featured and premium features are for year 2 and 3, but for year 1 we are primarily focusing on Google Ad Calculator. So coming to the roadmap of the app. So in the initial, we are focusing on customer acquisition, and so we'll be developing a minimal viable product, which is low on data usage, as well as it is easily compatible with all the mobiles. And the next stage would be targeting customer growth, and the last stage is the consumer retention. And under the retention strategies, we are looking forward for loyalty programs, so that each time the consumer donates their clothes to a charitable trust, they would obtain points which they can redeem and buy merchandise from our own stores. So yes, we are open for questions.
Uh, so why did you choose the name Zenify?
So we are actually focusing on the Zen mode of life. So Zen in itself means removing or detaching yourself from the luxuries of life. So in case owning a product is a luxury for you, you giving it away to other people is zenifying your life.
Okay, I learned something new today. All right.
Uh, see, this idea obviously has a great potential, and some of the people have tried it before as well. And one of the statements you said that the AI will decide the quality.
Yes.
And so I would want to know, because that's a big feature that has to come in. And what work has happened there, and how far are we in terms of AI deciding the quality of the product?
Okay, so initially our app starts with asking about the customer. So in case if I'm the user, the app asks me about my own preferences, my own tastes and desires. So based on this, our algorithm will generate a logic about what kind of clothes and what color, what style the user is preferring. And when once we scan the wardrobe, it will try to match those styles, and the rest of the styles which are actually I'm not preferring to, which are cluttering my wardrobe, it will be able to pick those styles and recommend that if this particular style has been in your wardrobe unused for a long time, if we are offering to discard it. So this is the kind of AI personalization strategy that we've talked about.
So while picking the merchandise, one can use the AI, but uh, while selling, we don't know what the quality would be, right?
Yeah, so basically, to verify this, that's why we included the verified seller batch. So once the user is able to sell the product, there's a buyer. So the buyer will give the user a feedback, like so and so product has been good, and the seller can be rated a 5 star. So this improves the credibility of the seller, and the next time his post or whatever he's trying to sell, he or she's trying to sell, will be featured on the top based on the ratings.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, team. So, with this, we come to an end of this elimination round. Kudos to all the participating teams. Let me tell you, you guys were all absolutely stunning. The variety of innovative ideas showcased in this round is truly remarkable. Today's contest has heightened the bar with a promise to make this journey even more intense in the coming days. As you know, the winners of today's elimination round will be stepping into the regional finale of TUP 9.0, where you will be battling against winners of the other elimination rounds. Now, to quell the curiosity as to the winner and runners up for today's elimination round, the suspense will have to linger a bit longer. Rest assured, the results will be declared on our social media handles shortly, so keep those social media notifications active. As we conclude this round of the competition, we would like to express our heartfelt appreciation to the jury for their insightful questions on each of the ideas presented today. We thank the audience and teams for making this an interactive and exciting event with their futuristic ideas. All the best, everyone. You were amazing. With that, this is me, Naomi Desai, signing off today. Keep following us on our social media handles and stay tuned for further updates. Stay abreast with all exciting things going down on our social platforms. We shall see you very soon in the TUP 9.0 regional finale. Until then, take care and have a good day.